Welcome to my channel. This is Clarityempress, the Empress of Clarity, here to do another collective energy reading. All right, thank you for coming to my channel. Please remember to like, click, share, and subscribe to the channel. So, I'm trying to do this reading, and a phone call just erased everything. Technology can be so amazing and such a painful thing at the same time. So, I am just going to recap before I continue the reading. Thank God I'm just beginning, sort of. All right, so I pulled out my clarifying charms and I got courthouse. Somebody's having court issues. They could have fines, warrants, child custody, or child support. Something is being dealt with in court. We have the I was about to say cocktail, whatever. Somebody's drinking, but they might be just partying, celebrating. It's that time of the year to celebrate. So, there could be graduations, weddings going on, all kind of stuff. It's that time of year where we are, where there's a lot of celebrations going on. We got the black cat that represents spell work, magic, good and bad luck. But I feel like with somebody maybe potentially over drinking or depending on alcohol and having court issues, that this might not be magic of the good kind. We got here, what is this? Oh, this is a seahorse. Now, the seahorse represents luck and strength. And that's in a challenge position. So somebody is trying to seek some strength to change their luck, right? Then we have toxicity with this nuclear sign. And with toxicity and being a likely outcome, it's just like somebody is they're dealing with a lot of harsh aspects in their life. And the likely outcome is not good. It's not something to aspire to. It's more something to get out of. So when I started with the tarot, I pulled up the Ten of Swords on the court. So whatever was decided, whether it was a judgment, whether it was a court case, an actual court case, it's over, right? It's a done deal. It's a wrap. You can't come back from them Ten of Swords and redo a situation, but you can start new with the Ace of Swords, right? Then we got the Ace of Pentacles here, clarifying celebrations and alcohol dependency. So somebody either is making an offer to someone or foundational celebrations are happening. Like I said, weddings and graduations, which makes sense for this time of school year for a lot of kids. Where I'm at, school doesn't end until June. Different weeks, different days in June. Other places, they end in May, start in August. Here, where we are, we start in September and then June. So I feel like this could be somebody in my area, or this could be just something that's happening to someone. We got the Strength card. Somebody is trying to be strong in the face of this magic. Now, what I was saying about magic is that with magic, there is magic of all forms, like witches and things like that, comes from all forms and all ways, right? It could come from any country. There's Indian magic, there's pagan magic, there's African magic, there's Italian magic, right? So witches of all kind. And then there's just the simple kitchen witch, I don't even call her a kitchen witch because that's not true. So a simple witch in that this person is a bitchy person. They lie. And when people lie, they rob you of your free will to make an honest decision, especially when you don't know how you're making that decision. If you're making it based off a lie someone told you, it's meaning someone removed your free will to make a good decision in your life. Someone is working on their strength against that. So that's what we call spell work, when you use words to intimidate, harm, lie, bully, intimidate people. We got Six of Cups on the challenge and strength. So somebody's having the strength to either go back to a situation that was pleasant to them or resist it, because of the lessons that they learned. And then we got the 10 of wands, but in reverse on toxicity. So I feel like someone knows that the situation is toxic, but they're trying to release it. An example I'm giving you is that because these issues here could be of love, but I also feel like it could be career. So, for example, someone could, let's just say somebody's dating a coworker, and or two people own a business together, and now they get a split. But it's hard to delegate and completely sever the ties of that situation. That's what makes it toxic, because you work together in tandem. You need each other, right? So I feel like someone is having a hard time removing themselves from a toxic situation because it relates to other aspects and areas of life. This could be a couple who has a child and now they have to share custody. So they can't completely sever ties because they have an unbreakable bond through the child, right? And that's just simply because that's your child and that's my child. That kind of energy. But this is, someone is trying to release it nonetheless because the 10 of wands is in reverse. When the 10 of wands is in reverse, that's the energy of I am done. I don't want to hold any more of these wands, these burdens, this responsibility. I just want to let it go. It's toxic. It's tainted me. I'm over it. Now, overall energy, bottom of the deck is, so we got Scorpio energies, overall energy from the charms. And now we have the Wheel of Fortune. So someone is, their luck is changing, or something about them is changing. So if they were stubborn and stuck in their ways, now their ways are changing. There's actually a massive change going on in their life. All right, so let's clarify this 10 of swords. Tell me more, Spirit. If you hear that snotting in the background, that's my allergic cat, I should say. Right, girl? Mm-hmm. Oops. Too many cards. Give me one. Yes, somebody is done with the fighting. 10 of swords, 5 of swords are reversed. Somebody is like, listen, you can have it. This is the kind of energy when you go into court and somebody say, all right, I don't want to fight no more. Arbitration, I'll agree to whatever we arbitrated. Let me sign the papers because I wanted this to be over with. Where somebody else was probably trying to continue to fight. Even if they could have won a long time ago, they were just trying to be unnecessary. You know what I mean? Tell me more, Spirit. Yeah. Somebody wants a new beginning. Expect a drunk text or like what they call some liquid courage. Somebody, Page of Wands, wants to start over. They want another chance. That's what they coming with an offer with this Ace of Coins. But they're gonna do it during a celebratory time. But they're gonna do it with liquid courage. So they could be smoking or drinking, but they're gonna do it with some type of whatever they use to numb their senses just to get it out is probably what they're gonna use to get that courage. Yeah. Or maybe something harsher than what they do just so that they can get their feelings out. I don't know why I'm feeling that way because it's not exactly what the cards are saying, but the spirit is telling me that somebody is about to come out of their shell. So the devil is clarifying the strength card. Somebody knows that that they were being lied to, that they were being manipulated with magic. Because the strength card can defeat the devil, right? Having the strength to see, hold your boundaries, keep your space. Someone now sees they were being played like Geppetto on a string, like Geppetto holding the strings of Pinocchio. Somebody knows that they were toxic. And they also could be very obsessed with you. I feel I get an obsessed. Looking at these cards, as I'm using Light Seers Tarot, The devil and the strength card look very sure of themselves, very convinced. The devil feels that they are convincing, and the strength card is very determined, fierce. I'm getting a lot of fierce energies. This could be somebody also, Spirit said, stalking, wanting to reconnect, bottom line. Spirit said, that's why the Six of Cups is here, and that's a challenge. Why is that a challenge? And on top of that, protection, strength, and luck is here. And that's the challenge. Victory. Okay. Somebody wants your attention, wants a lot of attention. We got the Six of Wands here, and that being a challenge is because there's pride and ego involved. Somebody wants your attention. They miss the attention they used to get from you a long time ago. Tell me more, Spirit. Or the attention for, if you gave this person attention, it was like being parented kind of attention, and they missed that. Somebody telling them what to do or taking care of them in some way. Right. Of course, because now we have a Page of Cups, and that's the likely outcome. Toxic, releasing a bond, and a new beginning. Somebody has a baby offer that they want to make. Somebody wants a new beginning. But you know what's weird? It's not weird, but there's no court cards here above a page. So if this person is there's a person in your energy that you're going through with this, know that they're very immature, childlike. If not, this is a child, because everything is pointing to a child with the Page of Wands, Page of Cups, and the Six of Cups energy. So maybe the burden is your child trying to get their stuff together, but they out there in the world doing the most, getting themselves into trouble. Wow, I'm seeing this a whole nother way now. Tell me more. Likely, yeah. Listen, this person don't listen. Four of Cups with the wheel, or they weren't listening. They were stubborn and determined. That's also, we got the Scorpio clarifying that overall energy. This person could have been a Scorpio child or very stubborn, fixed sign energy. So take it how it resonates. It could be Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, Aquarius. But it's one of those four. Four of Cups is here. This person did not listen in the past. You were trying to pour your heart out and explain life, and they were like, I don't really want that anymore. Or I don't, you know how they listen to you in elementary school, but then they get to high school, they switch up on you. Now you don't know anything. You might be a parent, and you might have lived like 4 decades beyond them, but suddenly you know nothing and they know everything, right? This is the kind of energy I'm getting. This is probably why the energy was coming up. It's hard to sever ties with the toxicity that's going on, because of the fact that y'all share a bond, an unbreakable bond. And I feel like now the challenge is it's your child, and they require a lot of attention. So some of y'all, I feel like you got a child that is graduating from college or high school, but they're entering adulthood. So they're either entering adulthood from college. Not college, childhood, or from college. And they require a lot of, a lot of people say, I'm done at 18 when they think about their children. That's the old school way of thinking, because at 18, 30 years ago, it was possible for a child to go out into the world and live, even on a part-time salary, and pay for an apartment, eat food. It was possible. I know, because at that time in my life, I was probably like 2 years older. I was able to do it. I was able to afford my lifestyle because things were lower cost, right? But children, nurturing and preparing your children for the world doesn't end at a specific age. The frontal cortex, where they make good decisions, does not fully form until a child turns 25. So there's going to be a whole lot of bad decisions between life beginning to basically life ending. Like, they don't just get it right at 25, okay? Everybody's development is different, even with the medical standards. So what I'm saying to you is, your child never not needs you. You know what I mean? In some form of fashion, you can always impart some wisdom. But I do feel like this particular child has you maybe bound up court wise. Could have been child support, like I said. Could have been custody issues in the past, because that's past energy. That fight is over. Whether you relinquished your fight or somebody relinquished the fight, that part's over. But then you got this new offer and a new beginning. But there's some type of dependency on that. So, it's natural for a child to be codependent, but I feel like there may be some issues there, or you just celebrating the fact that y'all won, the custody issue. The devil is here in the strength. So I feel like the devil here could be, if this situation involves the court, that involves a parent situation, it's that being strong, dealing with that toxic energy of a parent. Also could be dealing with the fact that some of that toxicity has rubbed off onto the child, and that could be the headache. We got the Six of Wands here, clarifying the Six of Cups and luck protection. So the child needs protection, you need protection, and the child requires a lot of attention. I get that heavily. And then when you have Ten of Wands with the Page of Cups here, so somebody is releasing a burden and starting new, like just really releasing. Oh my goodness. And then we got Four of Cups. I'm still thinking, where's the king? Where's the queen? I don't see it. I don't see that energy here. But I do see something changing. Something is changing in this situation. The toxicity could be that the child is super immature and you got a lot of work to do with them, or the person that, the other parent is very immature and you just tired of it. It's something. Tell me more about the Ten of Swords with the Five of Swords in reverse, spirit. Oh my God, this person was used to brainwash you, or they were brainwashed, or they brainwashed the kid, because I got brainwashed. So that was happening in the court. Somebody was brainwashed, but I feel like if this was a legal matter, the courts just made their decision based on maybe their knowledge, their expertise, and maybe they saw through it, but they definitely made a decision. Tell me more, spirit, on this Page of Wands, Ace of Coins. See, yeah, I kept saying unbreakable bond. Unbreakable bond just showed up. You have a new beginning, a celebratory new beginning with this child. That's what I'm getting. Tell me more with the Devil and the Strength card. Accountability. Oh. So whoever was manipulating, doing magic, being in the devil energy is now being held accountable for their actions. So it looked like that court situation may have gone in your favor. Tell me more, spirit. Six of Wands and Six of Cups. Separation difficulty, yeah. So, part of the protection and the strength from this seahorse and luck has to do with this child having some separation. And I feel like it's separation anxiety, because it says separation and difficulty. So I feel like there's a bit of separation anxiety from that other parent. And that also is a challenge to soothe the child or soothe the person who may be experiencing the separation difficulty. If that's with you or with someone else. You don't have to soothe somebody you're separated from, though. I mean, that's up to them to find that. Tell me more about this Page of Cups with the Ten of Wands in reverse and toxic. Oh, you are triumphant. So you're going to have a new beginning. It may feel like Spirit said it might feel a little heavy, might feel a little hard, might feel like it's so brand new, but you are going to win. You got projection And we got Scorpio again. So this definitely could be a Scorpio. Scorpio card is clarifying the Scorpio card. Charm, excuse me. Projection. I don't know. Let me clarify that too. Why projection? What is being projected? Because I feel it's 4 cups in this Wheel of Fortune. Something's changing about the stubbornness of somebody. There's death energy here. Oh, that's what it is. Soulmate. Okay, so your child definitely could be a soulmate, or this could be another soulmate involved. Take it how it resonates. If it don't resonate, don't take it. Um, Death. That's why the Scorpio so Scorpio energy is definitely the death card. Also, its ruler is Pluto. We are currently in a Pluto retrograde right now, heading into I think we're about to enter a Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. We're currently in a Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. So that Capricorn is going to give us a different energy, and then we're going to go back into Aquarius before Pluto comes out of retrograde. Look that up if you don't know what that means for further explanation. But this here, this Scorpio, this death energy overall, there's a death to the way things were. Everything is changing. This is not going to stay the same. This is not going to be what somebody may have envisioned that they could magically manipulate it to be. I feel like there's a freedom from the toxicity and the manipulation. I feel like decisions are being made to release themselves. This is soulmate energy. So these are people that you do have an unbreakable bond with, 'cause especially if it's a child or a parent. You cannot just get out of this situation. It doesn't end, because even when you walk away, you feel that energy of that person. You let them go, but everything doesn't go. If you've been brought up by this person, or if you raised a person like this that's going through this, it just doesn't go. But this unbreakable bond, it looks like it's a reunion, a challenging one, but yet still a reunion that you are triumphant. Your new beginning may be humble, maybe, a little immature, like brand new, like a baby, but still triumphant. Wow. All right, y'all, let me get one more thing. Let me do one more thing and do some soul's journey energy on this. What's the overall energy for this reading? Oops, Spirit. Fear. Says, I realize I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Spirit said, with this 10 of Swords, 5 of Swords court situation, where you felt brainwashed or somebody was brainwashed, fear was guiding those decisions that were made in the past energy. It was fear. But you can overcome your fear. Tell me more, Spirit. Guilt. Release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. Like I said, somebody's being held accountable. Somebody's being held accountable for their action, and they feel guilty. Tell me more, Spirit. As they should if they did something wrong, right? It says, indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. I feel like that indecision has a lot to do with the separation and difficulty. Or maybe the challenge was to restore an old connection and not being sure. I felt like there was some crossroads energy with this. Tell me more, Spirit. Love. Oh, wow. So I commit to the practice of seeing all the good in all things. That was the biggest weapon you had that gave you protection and strength. Love. Having love for this person having love for you. That is what creates an unbreakable bond. Whether you choose to be with this person, raise this person, or whatever you do, the bond is loaded with love and it's still unbreakable. One more. Trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. So with that being said, somebody is learning to trust through their win. They got a big win and they're starting to realize this is real. Overall energy, peace. I'm a being of love and I release all negative energy. So someone is now finding peace in this death and rebirth. This Scorpio energy where They're coming to terms with things, and they're operating in love, trust, and peace. And they're putting fear, guilt, and indecision behind them to remove all that toxicity. That was your reading. Thank you for coming to my channel. Please remember to like, click, share, and subscribe. Peace.